I lost my only son. My only son. The system failed us.
Well, new at 6 tonight, a story you will only see on 13 Action News. Parents mourning the loss of their son. He was hit and killed while walking in a North Las Vegas crosswalk last June.
Now, as parents, they wanted a chance to talk about their son at the driver's court hearing, but they say they were never notified of that court date. And 13 Action News anchor Jackie Kosik joins us now live in studio with their very emotional story here, Jackie.
Trish and Todd, it's an incredibly emotional story. The parents tell me the last year has just been one nightmare after another. First, the loss of their son, and then the city attorney's victim advocate failing to tell them when the driver would be in court. They say they just wanted closure, an opportunity to talk about their son, but they were never given that chance. It's been almost a year since Maricela and Terry Grittner lost their son, but the pain of loss is still fresh.
He was a good student. He loved sports, and he was my only son.
Last June, their son Tristan was walking through this crosswalk on Camino El Dorado when a car hit and killed him. He was 21 years old.
He was just coming home, and he never got home.
Weeks later, a North Las Vegas police officer met with the Grittners to update them on the case. The driver was not impaired at the time of the crash and stayed on scene as police investigated.
We were shocked that it was only misdemeanors, 3 misdemeanors, even though he was walking in the crosswalk, doing nothing wrong.
The officer warned the Grittners there was a log jam in the system and they should expect to wait months, even a year, for a hearing in court.
That's what he said. All you can do is wait. I'm turning the file over. It's out of our hands. Give it to the city attorney and wait. So that's what we did, was wait and wait and wait and wait. And finally, she couldn't wait anymore.
The Grittners waited months for an update that never came. Finally, last week, Maricela called the victim advocate's office, which is responsible for keeping victims' families up to date on court proceedings.
I asked when is the court date going to be, because we wanted to attend it. And she told me that they already had the court date and that they had already settled with this man that killed my son. And we were not even notified of his court date. You know, he probably had family members that were there with him, but who was there for my son? For my son. I was not there for him.
For the Grittners, attending the hearing would have meant an opportunity for closure, but they never got that chance.
And what hurts me more than anything is not being able to be there, even to say some words to the man and look at him in the face and let him know how I loved my son so very much. And he was a good kid.
You can just feel the heartbreak. And now I've been reaching out to the victim advocate's office for the past week. I've left several voicemails and never heard back. Now the Grittners say the advocate has apologized to them, but they say that apology doesn't mean anything now. They just want to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. And Trish and Todd, I actually had the opportunity to speak and sit down with the driver today. And he is absolutely devastated. He said he hasn't gone a day without thinking about the impact and the damage he's done on this family.
Right.
And he really does want the opportunity to speak to them and apologize to them in person. So hopefully there will be healing that comes from this.
Let's hope.
Do you think
it's painful.
Would they be open to that, Jackie?
So he wanted to apologize to them in person about a month after their son was killed, and they were not ready for it at that point.
Right.
They may be more ready for that now. They really wanted to be in court to be able to say those things there. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think there's an opportunity for real healing to happen.
Let's hope for that, Jack.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you,
absolutely.
Jackie.
Of
Thank
course.
you.